Like pepper, but every day then they take money in bulk. One man picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, make you shout.
Hello there. Good morning to you again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining me tonight. It is Mayegun Live. Few hours ago, the Nigeria House of Representatives, they were debating a bill, a series of bills to turn to law. They want to jail us for embarrassing the criminals. They want to jail us for rejecting poverty. They said they will send us to over 40 years imprisonment because we make them uncomfortable. But they've withdrawn all of that right now, at least temporarily. Tell everybody. But today, read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Try and read the description as well. Like this. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell all of them. If you are not happy, according to Daily Alakori and Co, you would have to wait till 2027. Please share this. Thank you. Motide. So good morning to you all, dear Templars. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you. Depends on the time you are joining us or watching this. It is Mayegun Live. This afternoon, we had a session in reaction to the news that the Nigerian House of Representatives, dear Speaker, without microphone, Tajuddin Abbas, was cooking something in reaction to your end bad governance protest in Nigeria. According to them, their EFCC said they have frozen the bank account of the sponsor of the protest. Also, they've even frozen their crypto account. I mean, crypto account, which is like a joke, but they needed more laws. Not laws on how to end terrorism and make terrorists pay. Not laws that is not laws to expose terrorist sponsor and jail them. Not laws to jail those criminals, career thieves who continue to rip you off. The criminal politicians, if you steal any money, you will go to jail for 45 years. They are not making those laws. They were making laws to punish you, Nigerians, who are the victims of their own failed policies. So they know you are not comfortable. Propaganda is not doing it. Maybe more threats will do it. So they started dishing out, this madman started dishing out jail terms. If you say something that the government doesn't like, you go to jail. If you say something that makes the clerics, whether na foul, whether na pastor, maybe na GO, maybe na bishop, maybe na deacon, or na dickness, whatever it is, if you make them uncomfortable, or them you can quickly go to 10 years in jail. That was the law this mofo was proposing. If you fail to sing Tifnumbu's anthem, the Nigeria's new old anthem, yeah, it was like old. Then Kolu brought it back to make it new. So some people now said, no, they're not going to sing any colonial anthem. They shall won't force them on everybody. So this weary decided that, you remember during the protest, people were not singing the Nigeria, the Haiti. They were singing the Arise, call passion. So in reaction, if you fail to sing the old new anthem, you are going to jail for 10 years. Kilode. Like, are you in the fascist state? As in, already you are. Nigeria is captured, no doubt. But we are making laws to jail people for not singing Tifnumbu's anthem. Not just that. This guy was trying to make law, he wrote bills, right, to jail anyone that ever organized protest or participate in any protest in Nigeria again, including NLC. They cannot protest. It will be against the law. Anybody, all the NLC leaders, they will go to jail 10 years, 15 years. That was what that mofo was. That's what this mofo is proposing. No bill, no law to jail the likes of himself, who are taking away more than 5,000% of what they are due to be taken. They said their salary now 1 million naira, but each of them goes on with more than 50 million naira. Go do that. That's like 5,000%. Rogues that doesn't want anybody to say anything. They now turned it didn't start today. Remember that Bokwari attempted it. He failed. So Bokwari, Tifnumbu is now using these low lives, these opportunists, these criminals, to make laws that will now protect thieves. Do you get that now? You know, they already have voluntary slaves who believe that you do not have any right until these criminals tell you that you have the right. Those are the voluntary slaves in Nigeria. They are already telling themselves, it's true that there is freedom of speech, the freedom after speech. Slaves slaves who have no understanding of what freedom truly means. They don't understand it. What is freedom? Like, what is freedom? Because these 21st century slaves, they are no longer in chains. Like that physical chain that you saw the slaves of the 17th, 18th century. The 21st century slaves, they are not in physical chains. They are in mental chains. They are mental slaves. So they admit they are criminals who are supposed to be in jail. Lawbreakers who are supposed to be in jail. They are the one making laws for them. Drug dealers, money launderers, certificate forgers. They are the ones implementing laws. Their judiciary is for the highest bidder, cash and carry. That is the system. So to them, whatever these people, these criminals says is the law, is the law. If you think you have freedom of speech, who told you that you have freedom after speech? Slave motto. Yeah, those are the slave motto. They'll tell you, yes, there is freedom of speech. But nobody can guarantee the freedom after speech. Free speech simply means whatever I say that you don't like, if it's a lie, you sue me. You don't put me in jail because you have the power to manipulate the law, set the law that kind of will keep away anyone and everyone that dares stuff. You see, the only opposition to the establishment in Nigeria is social media, whether you like it or not, where people freely express themselves and expose all the rots that the criminal politicians would never allow their conventional media to expose. They do not have control on this street. They do not have control of this space. That kills them more than you can imagine. They have all the money. They have all the guns, but they are so scared of your phone. They are so scared of the power you wield, the power to express yourselves to millions of people, unfiltered. That scares them to death. They are not afraid of terrorists who are ruling part of Nigeria right now. They call those places ungoverned areas in Nigeria. Nigeria military dare not go there. Nigeria police bow. Even the areas that are not ungoverned area, who only share borders with the ungoverned areas controlled by Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists. Police and military there, Baba, they close 3 p.m., 4 p.m. You don't hear that one before? Police station, they shut down. Police station, they close at 4 p.m. for security reason. You don't hear that one before? It is happening in northern Nigeria. If you've managed to see police station in some of these areas at all, they are not there as policemen. They will tell you they are not like they're there. By 4 p.m., they don't close for security reasons, right? These criminals, okay, they are not making laws to free those places and protect you from all these criminals, including themselves. So, but they want to send you to jail for always thinking that you can talk, always thinking that you are untouchable. They hate it. And the slaves, the voluntary slaves, the Buharidins, the Buharididiris, the Buharidinotus, the Buharidijatus, the Buharishukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaharis, the ombud slaves, voluntary slaves, sophisticated morons, ombud slaves as well, yeah. Then you have this other one, the mutant virus, like COVID, the ones that are called the bat idiots. Yeah, the bat starts, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers. Those are the categories of their voluntary slaves. These are those who have hands down. If the rogues ruling them or ruining them says, this is the right thing, it must be right. If you disobey it, they will just kill you. You know they can just kill you. And nobody will do anything. Nothing will happen. They've accepted it as, yeah, I don't want to, So, and that is why these criminals are emboldened. It is called state capture. State capture is when those who are supposed to be afraid of you, they are not afraid of you. And not only that, they become more fascist in the sense that do whatever we tell you. At least the others who are obeying what we tell them. We know what is right. We know what you deserve. We are the leaders. We leaders, we just met. Like, God damn it. People have no say. And there are those who agree with that. Yeah. Our leaders have discussed, they have decided. Our leaders will decide. Our leader says, who are your leaders? These guys are dealers, bunch of criminals that ordinarily, if Nigeria was a country, they won't be the one making laws for you. They will be in jail. Tete. You will never have anything to do with them. None of them. But yeah, they are the product of the system. And that is why they are making laws to protect themselves from you. To tell you that if you dare us, we'll kill you. Or we'll jail you. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm very sorry, sir. Forgive me, sir. Sir, please forgive me, sir. I am your son. If I am your son, you will know what. Please forgive me. I regret the truth I told. I should have kept it to myself. This is what they want. Voluntary slaves. But it is impossible. And you know why it is impossible, right? It's because you will need to give something too. You will actually need to give something too. What does that mean? The greed of these criminals has blinded them so bad that they have created a different world for themselves. And in that world, it's different from yours, okay? In that world, they all agree that somehow you hate them and they don't know why. At least now God put them here. Now God bless them. You should pray to God to bless you too. So if God bless them, the same time they loot your money. So if that same God won't bless all of us, maybe all of us go to loot money. And there will be nothing to really loot at the end of the day. Is that not the purpose? Like, what is meant for everyone is cornered by few. And in order to protect that, they are making laws. They are threatening the citizens. Baba, now, come on, how that one go take work? Eh? The economy is in shambles. The insecurity is on another level. Baba, how you want to take balance? So now they are trying to make laws to protect themselves. The guy can't talk, say, he changed his mind. Okay, Abbas, why? He said he changed his mind because after consulting with Nigerians, and the reaction, he has now decided to withdraw the bill to go and amend it. But they won't send us go jail because they call out fake pastors. Fake pastors, fake imams, and all of those people. Imagine now, you go to jail because you call somebody a fake pastor, fake miracle. They can't send you go jail. Like what? Now North Korea. Anyway, you're already at North Korea. This is what somebody had to say. He said, you think you have federal system of government, but they are using unitary mentality to operate the federal system, and you are wondering why it is not working and it's not making any sense. Abi, listen to this. I'm coming back.
I think any right-thinking person will agree with you. It raises a question. What is it that we are trying to fix at every constitutional conference we are calling without being able to fix? What it suggests to me is that there is something wrong with either the agenda of those conferences or how we are convening them. Somehow we are not getting it right. We are not solving the problem. If we solve the problem with the 1979 conference, we will not be calling another. So what I see is a frame, a rectangular frame in which we are trying to force in a circle that is bigger than that frame. And we are struggling. Every time we come, we try to push it in, it's not going in. Why we are suffering and why we are calling conferences over and over without succeeding is that we are trying We are trying to tinker with a unitary constitution to see how it can suit a federal environment. It will not work. You know, you need to take your mind back to when you had a federal constitution in this country. Go back to history. You will not find any cries of marginalization. You will not find any situation where any region was saying there are too many people from this region in this place. They should go back to their region. No. When you have federative unions that are indeed federative, exercising fiscal federalism, every region or every unit produces what it eats. If it does not work, it will starve. Every union or every unit, federating unit, will look for businessmen, cut businessmen the way we do road work in London and in the United States and all that. They will do all that within their unit, inviting people from the other units to come and invest because they know that profits from in those investments will yield tax with which they will do things they need to do. The scenario was completely different from what it is now. So the reason we look like jokers and we are continually trying the same thing over and over, you know what they say in Nigeria? That the very definition of madness is trying to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We are not getting it right because we are not attempting to create a suitable constitution for our territory. We are trying to tinker with the unitary constitution handed down to us by the military in 1966, struggling in every conference to try to fit it into the Nigerian frame. It will not work. So what we need is a serious-minded effort at crafting something that is suitable for our environment. If we have lost our way and if we no longer know what to do, we should ask ourselves, how is it that we were able to live in peace in the past? How is it that the North courted intelligentsia from the South, Southeast, Southwest? ABU is the best mixed university in Nigeria. They brought people from everywhere, including Africans in diaspora. We are brought in to give them what they wanted. They were not crying that too many Southerners are coming to eat our money here. No, because they needed to generate what they had to eat. And they needed to raise their human capacity. And they had to bring people from everywhere, not thinking of region or where you're coming from.
In
so
light of those...
The purpose was...
Do you get that? Or you want me to explain further? Because when we talk about break it up to save lives, all right, we are not asking you to break people's head, even though that's where they are pushing all of us. Break people's head. The greed of the ruining class, as DF will call them, Dele Farotimi said the ruining class. Their own goal is to kind of take everything for themselves and tell you that Nigeria can work apart. We need ourselves. But they are practically just telling you that as long as they keep the contraption together, okay, everybody just chop in your own turn and leave the rest and waka. They don't give a damn about every one of you who come from every part of Nigeria. They don't care. And the only way that you can matter is to support the breakup of Nigeria. It is for your own good, honestly. This one is not working, okay? But you want it to work. There are ways. It is just not this way. But you see these criminals, they will never let that happen. Because that's going to actually sack them and possibly take everything they've taken away from people in the name of Nigeria back from them. Because by then, most of the territory where all the stolen lands, all of the stolen this and that in the name of Nigeria by these individuals, right? New laws in those places where Nigeria finally break into pieces, where everybody go manage their own business. New laws will return all those things back to the people, the indigenous people. Niger Delta, people of Niger Delta, there's going to be a time. You see those people where they control your oil block and the rest. There's going to be a time when you are going to be in charge and new law will give everything back to you. Not one single person will own any oil block outside your region. That's what we mean. Okay? Break it up. Break this contraption up. You see this arrangement, now some people put time together. It's not for you, it's not for me. Or if you are a voluntary slave who believe that Nigeria will work in Jesus' name, weary. Nigeria will work in Jesus' name. Ask your papa. When your papa did your age, maybe you also said the same thing. Maybe you should. All of you, foolishly, bragging in Jesus' name. Nigeria will be great again. All that nonsense, right? Ask your papa, ask your parents. They might be from that same, you might have inherited that foolishness from them. Seriously. No pun intended. I be kept pun intended. No, kilo madi. When they were your age, at the age of 30, at the age of 40, ask them, how did they see Nigeria? Did they tell themselves that Nigeria will be great one day? We reality the parents, you have done the born. You tell your children, Nigeria will be great again. Below a year at Babae, when was like Nigeria great? When? They are telling you that you hate Nigeria. Now, you hate Nigeria. Listen, some of you have already accepted the guilt. Somebody, one lunatic, will just jump on social media. And then you see, man, I don't like how, you see, we Nigerians, our own is too much. We always talk bad about our country. That is why if you say Nigeria is not going to work, that is why it's not going to work. Let me tell you something.